You ready?
Let's do it.
Squad. I mean, it's been turning up with the girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your gang, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 4, episode 3 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. Got my boy Killer Cam in the back. How you doing tonight, Trey, man?
Shit, man, I'm good, man. It's another day, another dollar. You know how I go.
Most definitely, man. Been grinding myself. Hey, work is work, but hey, sometimes it gets to you.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. The hustling, the daily hustle and bustle, man. It'll wear you down, man.
Exactly. This world out here is not for the weak hearted or weak minded at all, man. You got to get out there. You got to get it by any means.
For sure.
But besides work, man, what you been up to?
Man, just podcasting. You know what I'm saying? More dreaded archer content and getting ready for the hunting season, man. That's about it.
Man, getting ready for the hunting season.
Oh,
Uh,
look, turkey hunting, turkey hunting.
I myself, we'll get to the turkey hunting in a second, but I myself, uh, I'm pumped about the tack. I know that's not an actual hunt. All the targets are styrofoam, uh, but bro, I'm pumped about it. I've been talking about it, and I got to get out there.
Bro, from what I've been hearing, this is gonna be a pretty big one. Actually, just not just South Dakota tech, but I guess this year round of tech has just been like phenomenal. And just looking on Instagram and all that, and talking to Will Cooper, was it 2 weeks ago? He was like, "Bruh, it's exciting, man. You know what I'm saying?" He goes, "You gonna love it." I'm like, "Well, I loved last year, so if they outdid themselves, if they gonna outdo themselves this year, it's really gonna be fun."
Man, I'm telling you, last year was a blast. I can't wait to get up there this year, man. Because it's like a whole evolution of a person, right? Like last year, I came into it. Uh, Probably like 4 days, or not even 4 days, 2 days uh, post shooting the bow.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So like now I'm coming into it. Well, I've sat in the blind. I've seen an actual deer, drawn my bow back on an actual. You know what I'm saying? On an
Yeah.
actual deer now. And then obviously I went through TAC last year and the weather conditions that were there and the terrain we went through. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. So I'm coming into it like I don't know if you can ever be actually ready for it, but I'm coming into it like you know what I'm saying. Like I know what to expect.
Oh, anytime you do an event, you know what I'm saying, for the first time, it's gonna be real tough on you. And from what I've been hearing, they don't set the course up the same way.
Yeah,
So it's all different. You got a whole new sponsor. Black Rifle Coffee is now sponsoring, and Black Rifle do it big anytime they do anything.
big facts. Black Rifle, they hey from the podcast to coffee to you know what I'm saying what they pull up in. They're gonna do it right.
All for show. And then the public land meat company gonna be there. So we definitely gotta get to sit down with them cats for sure.
Oh, most definitely. So all that coming soon. Definitely, we're gonna get as many interviews as we can while we're out there, man, and just let y'all into our world and see what we see uh, when we're out in the mountains. Besides just those little pictures. Um, but bro, in our world, the read, talk, and listen world, the sports world, where we love, where our hearts lie, it's been going nuts. Things have been coming out of the left field. Things have been coming out of right field. It's been the media guys are having fun, I should say. There's a lot to talk about right now. And I think we can pop it off right now with the Nick Saban comes out and he says, "Oh yeah, well A&M bought this entire recruiting class. Oh yeah, by the way, Jackson State paid that Travis Hunter kid $1 million to
Band,
come here."
million bands. Bro, to me, it's the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gonna call somebody out for paying athletes and you know what I'm saying, getting kids to come in using money to recruit. And we all know that Alabama do it. You can't have that many backs in the stable and what you call it. and not recruit. I mean, not be paying paying money to recruit.
I mean, I hear that. I hear all that. But if these allegations came up for Bama 10, 15 years ago, then you have a leg to stand on there. But the culture there is so winning and so high, and then like it's like I don't have to pay these guys now because my program shows you if you come here, you're gonna get your money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're gonna go to the league, whether you first string, third string, fourth string, placeholder. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you in the league like 78%, some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think Nick Saban has a leg to stand on. Like, you're not going to point the finger back at me and think I'm buying these players. I got Derrick Henry out here on these podcasts saying, yeah, I got paid. I got paid with 4 rings. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got guys like that coming out saying, I didn't receive that. I didn't receive those things. You have guys coming out combating him. But we can get to A&M in a second. But the Travis Hunter thing right here, you got Travis Hunter coming out. He tweets back. If I got paid, yeah, I got paid $1 million, but my mom's still living in a 3-bedroom house with 5 kids. Deion tweets, I'm sure Nick Saban's people have called my people, but I don't want to talk in private. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk in front of everybody.
Right.
So the media is going nuts with this stuff. But I just want to know.
But you know something crazy?
What?
They just shot a commercial together.
I want to know what the motive behind the madness. What's the motive behind the madness from Nick Saban here?
Just to get them hot takes, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you get caught up in a moment and your emotions overtake, you know what I'm saying, overtake what you're saying. They just come out. So
exactly. But Nick Saban's pride so high that just because he didn't have the #1 recruiting class, it goes to A&M. Is that why he comes out and does it, or is it kind of like the spotlight's kind of not on Bama? We're kind of asleep. We're kind of asleep with Bama at this point.
It's a combination of a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? So one, Bama didn't have the #1 recruiting class, and I don't know. Have you ever played? Well, I know you played. You play. You know, when you played Madden, did you ever do like the Dynasty, Road to Dynasty, or whatever?
Yeah.
All right. So when you do like the coaching thing, whatever, they have all them incentives on your contract. One of them incentives is having the #1 recruiting class. Now, when you think about a coach like Nick Saban, if he got that incentive in his contract, even though he make $11 million a year, if he got the #1 recruiting class, that might be an extra $1.5, $2 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And anytime you take money out of somebody's pockets, regardless how much money they're getting, they still counting them chips that they didn't get.
Right. So he had plans for that bread.
So he probably feel a little salty about that. Like, hold on now, wait a minute. You know, used to, I would get this. I was counting on this money. What that girl saying? Sit off. I need that money. I need that money. Hey. So he probably pissed off a little bit, a little salty that he didn't get that little incentive, a little bonus check, and he kind of let his emotions take over.
Facts. But A&M, okay. First of all, everybody's paying everybody at this point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't know what there is to say, but I feel like A&M, because you got to think about it, let's take it back to the old days, right? When everybody was truly illegally paying players. Who was the best at it?
SMU.
Besides, come on, man. Who was the best at it? A&M. A&M was handing out the Trans-Ams. A&M was handing out the Trans-Ams left and right back in the day. You get a Trans-Am, you get a Trans-Am, you get a Trans-Am. And they built their program.
See,
the game is falling back into their hands. Who got the bread, the oil money?
Yeah, but Texas got the oil money too, and
every O lineman getting $50K off signing day. Yeah, everybody's doing it.
Everybody getting paid.
I don't see just Nick Saban going at Jimbo and going at Deion. It's just odd to me.
I mean, it's odd, but it makes for it's entertainment, man. At this point, they want to build this all up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Is this a Nick Saban helping Deion? I'm gonna put some more shine on Jackson State right here, real quick. Like,
put more shine on Jackson State and
I don't care for A&M at all, so I'm just gonna throw them in there too.
throw them under the bus. But it could be that maybe Nick Saban trying to get a Jackson State Alabama game. I don't want to see that at all. That'd
Not
be terrible.
for about 10 years.
Yeah, but maybe he's trying to get that game going.
No, he's not trying to get that game going. It would do nothing for his program. It would do nothing for his program but get guys to leave it and go to Jackson State.
Yeah, but it put a lot of money in Jackson State's pockets.
It will put a lot of money in Jackson State pocket, but then you lose half your team. We've played it. We've all played in these games.
Oh, yeah, the money games, man.
And you're going to have guys get broke up. You're not used to that, guys. Like, you haven't seen that type of D lineman ever in your life.
No, and it's wild because when people don't if you've never played college football, and when I say and not even just played, if you've never been at a game on the sideline standing next to a D lineman and O lineman
from like a Power 5,
is night and day difference than anything you've seen before. You could literally see a kid when he was in high school, he get a summer at say in Alabama, and you see him in the first game of the season. And he looked like he didn't age probably about 2 or 3 years and then put on 10 or 15 years of mature muscle and probably like another 10 inches, seemed like. They just massive.
I'm telling you, it's a different level of athlete, especially if you've never really seen any of those guys up close. I mean, I think around here, a lot of people are starting to see it because you see these guys. You're seeing the type of guys who are going to these Power 5 schools, who are going SEC, and They come back and when they walk around, they look different.
A whole lot different.
They look a lot different than when they left, and they definitely look a lot different than the people that are hanging around.
I mean, just thinking about me, when I left and went to Navy, I left at 185. I came back home Christmas break, and I was 225.
Oh, yeah. I left at 249, and at the end of my freshman year, I was like 305. So
they put the weight on you, man.
it goes down like that. But that's not the only sports news that's going around.
No, not at all.
The biggest sports news, at least to us, and I think is the most exciting sports news, man. Texas legislation, they're going to go and talk about this coming up in January. And that is Texas high school players being able to be paid from endorsement contracts or endorsement deals.
Bro,
hold up. First, let me ask you this. I ask you 2 questions here. Do you think this is something that should be passed? Question number 1. And second question is, if it is passed, what does this do to the playing field of high school football?
One, yes, they should pass it. I'm all for, and I would say I would think you are too. I'm all for anybody getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people talk about this already and go, "Oh, we don't need to pay the players. Players aren't getting paid; they're getting endorsement deals."
Yeah.
So that's not receiving a paycheck because you're playing it. Well, it is receiving a paycheck because you're good. You know what I'm saying? But everybody not gonna get it. It's gonna be probably 2 or 3 guys on a team, depending on what school you go to. You know what I'm saying? And somebody might be, hey, come over and do a commercial for me and you get paid. All you're doing is getting paid for giving a service based on who you are.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, so, and I totally go ahead.
No, and I'm saying like I'm totally for it. I mean, it's not like there's gonna be anybody, no kid is gonna be getting like millions. I don't think there's no local business that'll give them millions. Now, if Nike come in and start throwing money at high school kids, then
it depends on who the kid is. It depends on who the kid is. Let's think about if Arch Manning could be paid right now. You don't think he'd be making upwards of $1 million?
Yeah, but a lot of his stuff would come from based on who his family is.
It don't matter. What about a Jalen Hill, a number 1 receiver in that same class? He'd be making upwards of $1 million. Why wouldn't I go ahead and grab him? Because I want him. I'm paying him for next year,
right?
And the next, and the next. He's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So I think you will see guys make that. They didn't think that any of these college guys would make that.
True. I mean, just looking at it, if I was a company, you know what I'm saying, say I Dreaded Archer Inc., whatever, and I know that there's a O lineman out there who bow hunts, and I see on his social media page that he's an avid bow hunter, but he played football. If I can I can get him cheap, and I can get him cheap in high school. I can get him for, hey man, I'll give you some free gear and $500 a month to wear my stuff. Then he go to college. Now the price is probably gonna go up a little bit based on where he go and what he do. And then once he go to the league, guess what? I'm dug in. I'm dug in like Alabama Tick, baby. Like, hey, I got an NFL player that's endorsing my brand.
Exactly.
It took what from high school to the league, what 4 years?
Depending on when you get him in high school, depending on when you get on him in high school, it's gonna give you 5-6 years.
So, but here's the thing that I want to know how far down will it trickle? Because now can I start paying a kid in the 8th grade?
There's no stipulations on paying a kid in the 8th grade. You can get paid in the 8th grade right now.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, because that gets rid of your amateurism.
If you're not playing a varsity sport, you can do whatever you want to do.
I'll say I thought
at least in Texas. If you are not playing a varsity sport in the state of Texas, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do.
I don't know, but I definitely think it's a big thing, but I can also see where people are going, shit on it because this is just another way. This is another way for athletes to stand out in school. But what people fail to realize is it's all about the sports.
It is all about the sports, and let's break it down even. There's another level more, and I think better as an argument point is it's about the money. We want to talk about, it's just another way for these kids to stand out. Well, we could just say, well, the football team was just another way for the school to make money.
Yeah.
If we want to get it to that nitty gritty part, okay, so it's just another way for the school to make money. Okay, well, if the school's gonna make money, why is it so unfathomable for people that the athlete makes some of that money?
Yeah,
I don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard to come to grasp with.
I know. I think people just say, it ruins the game, which I still don't understand how it ruins the game. You're watching guys on Sunday make millions. So what's the difference between a college kid making a couple 100,000 to $1 million, and what's the difference from a high school kid that's making, a couple $100?
But I think it's like the same reason like people like resent YouTubers, and the same reason like let's just say right now, the Reed Talk tomorrow we wake up and we go and this podcast blows away. And we got millions of views on this episode, and we turn it lucrative, and that's all we doing. We pod. We ain't doing nothing else. That's all we doing. We pod. Right. People are gonna be mad at us, especially people that are older than us. Look at them young guys are making all that money just sitting there podcasting.
Yeah, get a real job.
Get a real job. You know what I'm saying? Same thing they say about football players. Oh man, why is a football player getting paid this, but a doctor or a nurse is only getting paid this?
And because there's so few of them.
Exactly, but nobody really wants to get down to the nitty gritty of it. It's just the fact that a young cat or a younger guy than you is more successful than you, and he's not working as hard as you in your mind. That's what it comes down to.
Well, I think people don't realize it's a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you get a piece of what you generate, and if you really look at what NFL players are generating, it's still a small piece of the pie. And when you look at the number of athletes, in NFL or NBA, MLB, it's not a whole bunch of guys on one team making millions and millions of dollars.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And especially not until recently. Now, recently you'll see more that has to do with TV contracts. Right. If y'all ain't liking these guys making all this money, stop watching TV. Stop watching the game on TV.
Prime example: look at WNBA. Nobody watch them, and they don't get no piece of the pie.
There ain't enough pie to go around because y'all ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't think these guys will be making that amount of money, stop watching. That's all I can tell you.
That's it. But like my thing is for a Texas legislator to get involved, that means that they don't just pass stuff. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of passing, they obviously see some kind of value in it.
Yeah. So
my thing is, what value are they seeing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to get a peek behind the curtain or be a fly in the room when they talking about this and saying like, what's the overall purpose of this?
Yeah, like why are we doing this? Why now too?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe Texas just trying to like jump. Like they want to be a front runner on it. If we get out and we can jump out and be one of the first people on this or one of the first states on this, then whenever everybody comes to it, we're gonna have one of the main voices at the table.
Right.
It could be something like that.
Well, they're even teaming up with Ecker Sports, and it's a sports agency firm that they'll be using them to educate the parents, the athletes, and the coaches on like, hey, this is how you navigate through this endorsement water. This is what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And what I think will happen is you'll have these big companies like Dick's Sporting Goods, I would say Hibbett Sports, Champs, Nike. They're gonna start going. You're gonna start seeing them going after whole teams. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Nike, I'm going straight to Duncanville. I'm going to South Lake, Westlake. Well, I think Westlake is Dick's, but still, I'm just gonna do a whole team. And hey, y'all wear my gear, and every player will get $200 a game, or we'll give you $5,000 a season each player.
And
Now,
that's a good deal.
yeah, and then you decked out in Nike. You know what I'm saying? So that's just free advertising right there. So yeah, I paid. How many kids on a high school team say Pleasant Grove? What, 30?
Yeah, but you talking about going to Duncanville, you talking about
Well,
60,
I'm just
70,
well,
80.
Okay, so I got 60 cats on the team, 5,000 a piece. That's what, 30 grand.
I'm not the mathematician. But what I do know is I don't know if it'll be the Nikes and the Dicks and the Hibbits of the world that are gonna be coming in to get on this. I think it's gonna be the same companies that are getting in on the college NIL deals. It's gonna be companies that you don't even think of.
300,000.
It's gonna be companies that you don't even think of. But this is just where my advertisement budget is gonna go.
Yeah,
like it comes to the point like where it's like I want to pay this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, not really that he's gonna give me more business.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
But
So,
it's definitely going to be used as a recruiting tool, because if you think about a town like Texarkana where you got multiple schools, if you go to a school that's in an area that's got a lot of prominent businesses, those businesses could throw money at that program and at those kids. That's gonna make people come in.
yeah, but that still doesn't change the rules.
I think it might change the rules. Like whenever they pass any kind of legislation, any kind of rule, there's always things called like riders. They're gonna put some other shit on it. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm one of them coaches sitting in that meeting and we you know what I'm saying, putting this bill together, I'm gonna throw that in there. Hey, kids are able to. This is free agency. Kids are able to leave when they want to. Put it in there.
I mean, I'm down for kids leaving when they want to.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they'll change that, because if they were that willing to change that, it would already be changed.
True, but sometimes you gotta have a little bit of leverage.
True that. I just don't know where. I can't get to the bottom of it. I can't get to the point where like the schools benefit from it, because for it to be getting up to this high and to be talked about in these type of rooms it's being talked about in the school, there's schools behind this somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or superintendents or athletic directors or somebody's in behind this somewhere for it to be being talked about at this high of a level.
But how would schools benefit from it?
I don't know.
Well,
they don't
brainstorm. Like how would they, other than notoriety?
They don't.
Bluetooth disconnected.
You would have to get my boy Dodie Doe say, I'm surprised we haven't seen more kids like Quinn Ewers that leave early to get the college NIL bag. And we said that earlier in the earlier season that kids were going to start leaving earlier.
He just hit the nail on it. He just answered $1 million question. It keeps kids from graduating early to go into NIL. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is right there.
That's what it is.
Dodie.
Hey, boy, Doe, give him one.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Keep the high school kids in high school that last year.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Keep the high school kids in high school that last year.
We talked about it. We talked about it when we was talking about the NIL deals. Like, now kids is gonna leave early unless you start paying them.
Gotta get out of there. I gotta go get the bag, like my boy Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, and now you can get the bag in school because now if you are a Quinn Ewers and you're telling your coach, "Yo, I'm dipping, man. I gotta get this bag." Well, before you make that decision, how about you talk to my buddy Eli Musk?
So you get your
Hey,
whole family in the electric house.
right? Get your opium in electric house. You know what I'm saying? Get you a couple shares in Twitter and you come play another year. You might be. I come back for that.
You'd be surprised. Hey, a lot of because it won't take much to keep a kid there.
No,
It don't take much to keep a kid in high school.
no. I would have stayed for a couple CC Pieces gift cards or something.
Hell no. I'm gonna have to see some green. I'm gonna have to see some greenbacks.
Hey, they would have got. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, if this was the rule back in the day, a whole lot of companies would have got me for a little bit of nothing.
Hey, I'm telling you though, it won't take. It only take a few thousand to keep a kid in high school. I'm not wanting for nothing. I've got my stardom. I'm at this spot in my career in my town. I got the stardom. I got bread in my pocket. I got the shoes I want. I got the clothes I want. I'm driving what I want to drive. I can stay another year. I can do this for another year.
Yeah.
But when it's eating noodles at the crib, you know what I'm saying? Lights on and off. I gotta go. I know what these legs doing.
Yep.
I know what this arm doing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go make this bag. I know I'm about to get it. They already told me I'm gonna get it. So I'm gone. Quinn Ewers leaves early. He's from a positive green arrows always going up.
Right. Green arrows
You know
always
what I'm
going
saying?
up.
And he still left to get the bag. So what they gonna do if they coming from a poverty stricken or just a tough environment?
They dipping out. They dipping. But if you come from a tough environment, you might want to get out to get out. The money ain't. It's not even about the money. You trying to get up out of there.
Exactly, but the environment might not be tough as in like you might die, but tough as in it ain't good financially at the crib or you got multiple brothers and sisters, single parent household, whether it's the mom or the daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tough. You know what I'm saying? You wearing Rawlings when everybody wearing Nike and Adidas and Under Armour. You know what I'm saying? You still getting it, but it's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wearing Pop's old suit to the prom. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get the tapered legs and all. You got the baggy arms. You know what I'm saying? Baggy down to the shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just tough.
Yeah.
I can change that my junior year. He's out.
Right. and dip out. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm all for it. I hope they get this legislation done. I'll definitely be keeping up with this because I mean, I want to see the chain reaction. You know what I'm saying? Reading the article, they said Louisiana's already doing it. I don't know how no one knew that. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly, I think that's just like there's like a lot of private schools in Louisiana, so like they may be doing it, but it's
only with the private schools,
and it's like under the radar type of shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's gonna be something big, and I would love to see this if it passes the schools in Texarkana, what they would do, like how would it change the game?
It would be nuts, and I would be smack dab right in the middle of it, and I think that would be dope.
Yeah, it's time for people to start building your kids' brand early.
Let me go back to school and make millions. Wait till they see my skills.
Boy, Joe.
Boy, Joe.
You get Joe on the old line, baby.
Hey, man. But hey, speaking of schools, I hate that we're even having to cover this because if it didn't happen, we wouldn't have to cover it, right?
Right.
School in Texas.
I don't even know how to say the name of this.
Me either, and I don't want to mess it up either, so I'm not going to. 14 students killed, 1 teacher killed.
No, I think it's up to 18 now.
It's up to 18 now?
Yep.
18 students, 1 teacher, a mass shooting. And so every time a mass shooting comes about, you
19,
know,
19 children and two adults.
19 children, 2 adults. Every time a mass shooting comes about, a lot of things get brought up. But first of all, I don't want to skip over condolence our deepest condolences from the RTL podcast, myself, Troy included, Cam included, um, to the families and family members and friends and everybody involved with the school shooting, because you don't prepare for that. You can't prepare for that.
No, man, a lot of them folks are getting ready to go on summer vacations and all that stuff, man. And it's something like that shakes a whole community. It's not just
It's
the
it,
families
it shakes
involved.
the country,
It
really.
yeah,
It shakes the country. I mean, I know we're in the state of I'm in the state of Texas right now. You know what I mean? And I just look at my timeline and I see what is going on, especially right now when everybody's kids are having award ceremonies.
yep,
I've been to two this week. You know what I mean? It's just a crazy time. So definitely in the state of Texas, everyone's shook, right?
right.
Like you see it on the timeline, like especially from mamas. You know what I mean? All the mamas I know. You know what I mean? Seeing it down the timeline, what they're saying. Uh, because how do you, like I said, you can't prepare for that.
Nah, because I mean, you sent your kid to school, and you don't. The last thing in your mind is that they're not going to come back because of a shooting.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I saw a post that said, there's a lot of empty beds. You know what I'm saying? A lot of wet pillows. It's just a sad thing, man.
It's crazy. And when something like this happens, everybody, we have to blame something.
Right?
We can't blame this 18-year-old.
You can't, but you should.
Exactly. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Well, you can't blame this 18-year-old, so we gotta blame something. We got what are we gonna do? We gotta stop the gun laws. Make it where they gotta be 21 to buy a gun. Make it to where you gotta be 25 to buy a gun. We need to have stricter policies when it comes to background checks. We need to go deeper. We need to dig deeper into people's past. All these things come up when something like this happens. And myself, as I like to say, gun enthusiast or gun lover, you as well. You know what I mean? Uh, it's like you don't want to be defensive in a situation because obviously it's something bad that's happened. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be evil. Joe just said evil doesn't follow laws, and that is correct. And we're gonna talk about that here in a second as well. Um, but you don't want to be like combative, right? Because like obviously people are hurt in this situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at what point, do we got to just you got to in the midst of that conversation, just be like, now hold on a little bit. Let's take this a different route. But I got to ask this question today, and I want to ask it to you and ask it to the Read Talking listeners. What is the answer to this madness? Is there an answer to this madness?
There's really not an answer at all. You know what I'm saying? Because one, the first question is why would anybody do that? You know what I'm saying? And you can't answer that because obviously that guy's dead now. And unless he left a manifesto or anything, you're not gonna know
What was
what
going
was the
through his
reasoning
mind?
behind it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But when I hear people say, "Well, this is the perfect example of why the gun laws need to be stricter," gun laws are strict already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And most people that say that are people who have never went and purchased a firearm. You know, uh, the guns he were using were what you call it, were rifles. I hate when people say assault rifles. There's no such thing as an assault rifle. It's a rifle.
Call
It
of
was a
Duty.
yeah. It was a rifle. You know what I'm saying? So a rifle. I buy 'em. I bought two this year already. You go to you go to your nearest sporting goods store. They take your social security number, your driver license, address. You answer all these questions, and it'll take 45 minutes to an hour, and that's on a good day to come back. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody doesn't have any red flags, then there's nothing to that's gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, when people say make the age 21, I don't agree with that. And the reason I don't agree with that is because at 18, I can go serve the United States military. At 18, I can vote. So if I'm able to pick the leaders in this country and I'm able to go fight and die for this country, I should be able to buy a firearm. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That
I agree.
that just it is what it is.
I agree.
Two, I mean, three, making a gun law stricter doesn't do anything because all it does is take guns out of law-abiding citizens' hands. If I'm going to commit a crime, I'm not going to think, oh well, dang, I can't
They
get a
said I
gun.
can't.
They said I can't, so I'm not
Yeah,
going to do it.
yeah, I agree.
I'm going to find a gun. There's too many illegal guns on the street as it is. You know what I'm saying?
I can get a gun.
You can get you can get a gun. Like what you call it? They asked this is like during like World War II or some shit like that. But they interviewing this Japanese general got interviewed, and they asked him, why would you never invade America soil? He said, in America, behind every blade of grass is a firearm or a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like we are the only country where the citizens are heavily armed, just as the military is. You know what I'm saying? If not more. So the only conclusion I could come to is in order to prevent school shootings like this, you got to have some armed guards on campus. You know what I'm saying? You got to. And because if you look at these mass shooters, they're going after soft targets. They're going to church.
Soft targets.
They're going to churches. They're going to grocery stores. They're going to elementary schools. They ain't going to. I mean, in high school. I mean, it's any school. They're going to schools because they know ain't nobody got no gun. Chris Rock said it best. Don't go to parties with metal detectors. Because sure, you feel safe on the inside, but them cats outside with a gun, they know you ain't got one.
They know you ain't got one.
They know you ain't got one. So if you start putting, and all it would take is 1 to 2 armed guards. That's it. And that would deter.
That would deter.
Yeah.
And then also entry points. Obviously, one entry all day.
Yeah.
There's one entry to the school all day long. You know what I mean? And there's all kinds of different security methods that we could take. And hindsight's always 2020.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like the attack that comes on, like, we're gonna attack the gun. Exactly. That's it, because some people say, well, he never would have bothered, this never would have happened. Well, I ride around I have a gun on me all the time, and I ain't shot at nobody yet.
Bro,
it's not the fact that he had the gun, it's the fact that he was where he was able to get with the gun.
Yeah, it's the act. Because, dude, right now, in my bedroom, I have a shotgun that sits right in the corner. That gun ain't killed nobody yet. Because it's not the gun, it's the person that's pulling the trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I think like the what we should be talking about right now is like, how do we protect these schools? How do we make all these soft targets not? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, how do we eliminate the soft targets?
What about arming teachers? What do you feel about that?
That's I've heard that as well, and that's a touchy one, right? That's a touchy one because I think it's like, if you're on the side of arming teachers, then you can't be on the side of making it harder to get guns, right? Like, if you think that it's better to have the teachers in the school have the guns, then you don't think it's hard. You don't think it should be hard to get a gun,
right?
And then also, how thorough can we background check a teacher? Like I said, the background check, or like you said, the background check's only going to catch the red flags if you've done something.
Yeah.
If it hasn't happened yet, the background check does nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but just what if this teacher, we know how it goes in today, how it's been going around in today's society. Teacher may fall in love with a student. Well, a student just being a student, he still got his little girlfriend walking around the school and everything.
I ain't think about that.
That's just a bad day. That's just a bad day waiting to happen. And that's just on like a crazy scale. Like, obviously that's way off the spectrum, but it could happen.
Yeah.
And it don't have to be that. It could be bad life at home for the teacher. Husband cheating. Daughter go to the school. Son go to the school.
But if she has access to a gun, she can bring that anyways.
Yeah, she can bring the gun at any time, but now we know she got the gun.
Yeah.
She got the gun.
But I'm not saying arm every teacher. I'm saying maybe you have.
They say armed, and there are schools that already have this in place, armed teachers, and no one knows who has the gun.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think that's an okay method. But it's still not as safe as someone trained to go. TTG. Because just
That
because you got the gun don't mean you're gonna shoot it.
true, but the guy that's trained might be he could have a bad day.
But it's way less of a possibility. We can only play the numbers here.
Yeah,
Because
true.
none of this is it hasn't happened. It's not real.
I mean, I'm sure there's some retired vets out there that can say, you know what, I can either volunteer or I'll take a small paycheck and I'll stay at the school from open to close.
There's plenty of them, and there's plenty. I mean, it should be state pay. It's a state job.
Yeah,
It ain't like it's gonna be some little chips. You're gonna get paid. Benefits.
but I think when people hear all having armed guards to school, they're thinking you have to heavy military presence. Like, nah, I'm talking like 3 people.
Yeah, and they need to be strapped to the teeth.
Yeah,
All
That's it.
of it. And they ready, they TTG, they trained to go. When it like I seen a post today, and it was some school. I don't remember the city or where the school was, where they had a picture of all the kids walking through the hallways, and standing right in the middle of that hallway was a cat with a pistol on the hip, rifle on the chest, bulletproof vest on, and he is the guard.
He had the white shirt on.
No, I don't know if he had a white shirt on or not. I don't know. I scrolled past it briefly, but I remember I did read the headline, and it said, "This is our armed guard at the school, and he is TTG. He runs towards the bullets." That's who you need. That's the only person that can protect a freaking flock of people with no weapons, and they're children. They're small. It's OV. As soon as the guy gets into the school, it's over for everybody.
Down.
It's his choice on how it's gonna go.
Yeah,
They're they're kids.
I mean, even when you think about the shooting over in Buffalo, everybody's like, "Oh, it was soft targets, soft targets." There was a guard there, a armed guard, retired police officer. He just got outgunned. That's the only thing that happened.
Not TTG.
Yeah, he got outgunned. But you know what I'm saying? He a grocery store security guard. He don't expect somebody to come in with body armor. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
if you
TTG.
But if you got a guy that's like you said is ready to go,
it's sweet cake. You a sweet cake to him. You ain't got no training. You can have on all the gear you want to have. You ain't got no training. That cat that's in there, that TTG, he been waiting. He work at a school, bro. Ain't nothing popped off in 6 years for this cat. And you gonna be the one to walk in there? I'm not.
Nah, but I think if it ever happens, and it's put out there, I bet all school when they know this school got armed guards, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I'm not gonna go in there. And it just it'll make the parents feel safe. How do we feel safe when dropping our kids off at school? How are we supposed to feel safe when we drop our kids off at school? That's how.
That's how.
That's
Because
how.
the resource officer is not going to get it done.
Exactly. Some of them will, but most of them, he just ain't up to par. He on his way out of the police force, and he came to work at the school. That ain't gonna get it done. Shout out to my, I know who I'm talking about. All my resource officers out here. I mess with y'all, but come on. We know the real.
But I don't know. I guess I'd say arm them with rifles. That you have 1 or 2, they front of the school and they just chilling, or put them at the top of the school.
No, I want you in the hallway. I want you close to mine. I'm telling you, bro. I want you close to mine, as close as you can be to them. Because that's the only way that's the only way you're gonna save them.
Right.
Think about 4-5 of them run up in there, bro. One person ain't gonna get it done.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna need 2 or 3.
Yeah, you're gonna need. That's what I'm saying. Inside, all in there, all walking through the hallway. That should be a normal. You should know all the kids' names. You patrol. That's how you patrol in the school.
I mean, did you ever read see that article about that school in Louisiana?
No.
So they were having all kind of like fights every day, kids getting like
and the dad
volunteered, and no guns, just stood in the hallway. Just the presence of the dads, all like trouble in school went to 0. No more fights, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the presence of a father, or just some dads been there, some grown men been in the hallway, cracking jokes with the kids and all that stuff. Now, if you add, you add a couple armed guards in the school, do we eliminate school shootings?
I think we do eliminate it a lot, and I think we eliminated at the mere source of it too, like the part where like a lot of people are skipping out on too. Like something happened to this dude at some point.
Yeah.
And to almost every, not every, but almost every mass shooter, something has happened to this guy. Well, we just talking about schools in this instance. So let's just say you do have 2 or 3 or 4 armed guards that walk around, they mingling with the students all the time or whatever. Well, little Johnny getting picked on, right?
Yeah.
Little Johnny getting picked on. Well, hey, little Johnny might walk. He cool with officer such and such. You know what I mean? So he walk him on. Hey, officer such and such. Man, I've been dealing with this for a couple of weeks. Whatever. Boom, officer such and such gonna handle it.
Yeah.
It ain't like the teacher walking up on you saying, "Hey, stop messing with little Johnny before we have to do whatever." It ain't like that. This is. Hey, let me talk to you real quick, son. With the strap, on his chest, with the vest on. Pull him in the office. Hey, it's a zero tolerance school here. This the way it's gonna go. Blase. But he gonna walk out of there with a whole different attitude. Little Johnny not getting picked on no more.
Nah.
Or whatever is going on. So we're gonna cut a lot of it out at the source. Ain't no more bully.
Yeah.
Not to mention the strap's still there for anything that pop off if somebody want to run up in there.
Right.
But we're gonna cut it off at the point where ain't nobody even trying to run up in there. He has no reason to run in there.
Right. And then if you got that one kid that he ain't getting picked on, he just psychotic. When he walk past that officer every day, he gonna think, man, nah.
Not him.
I'm good. I'll go do something else.
This ain't going. It's gonna end. It's gonna end wrong. It's gonna end before it even get down. And then also you got these guys walking around who are trained. They picking up on that. Oh, he didn't got because it's always little like they distance themselves.
Yeah,
they stop coming to class. They picking up on that. I ain't seen Buddy in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Y'all talk to his parents. We're cutting it off at the source then.
Right.
Like it's not just cutting it off because okay, now we have guys here with guns. If somebody comes with a gun, it's cutting it off to the fact that no one's gonna come here with their gun.
Yeah.
Like it's nipping it in the bud. Fred Sanford, I got my bud nipper. That's the bud nipper right there.
That's it. I know. I just hate when stuff like this happens because for the next couple months, all we're gonna hear is gun control, yeah. And it seems like it always seems to happen right around an election year or something like that.
And also we think it's summer's coming.
Summer, yep.
It's here. Actually, it's not coming. It's here. I don't know. Heat and violence go hand in hand.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I don't
look at the murder rate in Chicago. It spikes in the summertime. 4th of July every year, you're gonna have at least 80 shot.
Everywhere. I think everywhere goes up in the summer. Just because I'm going outside more. I'm running into more people. I'm going to events. There's more opportunity. I play by the numbers. There's more opportunity in the summer for bad things to happen. I'm pool parties, big group trail rides, big group car shows. None of that shit goes on in the winter.
Yeah, true.
It's all in the summer. Beach events, beach parties, vacationing, people getting lost and killed. The opportunity just goes up in the summer.
And most crimes are crimes of opportunity. It's not like somebody woke up and like, oh, I'm gonna do this today. It's like
it's crime opportunity. I got this family of 5. On vacation. I can tell they on vacation. They out here looking lost. Let me act like I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna rob them. Oh, dad want to be a tough guy? Shot. Mass killing right there. That boy said, shout out to my boy Cam. Don't forget them sneaker events. They got metal detectors at them though. But the summer is here, man, and crime rate spikes in the summer. People stealing shit, and obviously, people are just more pissed in the summer. You never ran up on a more pissed off person than somebody that's hot.
Yep.
Somebody that's hot.
You just spent all evening getting fresh, and as soon as you step out the house, boom,
Hot.
hot, sweating, musty.
You somebody that's hot, and everything's more annoying. You know what I mean? Everything's more annoying. A lot of shit that you let slide in the winter, you would never let slide at 2 o'clock on a summer day. You you would never let that slide at 2 o'clock on a summer day because you're pissed. You're hot. People's AC don't work in their car. You beep at them, they shoot your ass. Like it's that simple. It's that simple. Look at him riding the AC. He pissed because you got AC. You see what I'm saying? Like that is what. Like it's just the summer is madness.
It's wild, man. You know, I saw a post. This was a couple months ago, and I want to talk about it on when I saw it. Like I said, a couple months ago, but I just kind of slipped my mind. But it was a picture, and I don't know what school it was at, but they had kids in the gym shooting air rifles and air pistols at targets. It's like a gym class, you know what I'm saying? And people are like, oh, that's a gym class. Kids shouldn't have weapons in school, da 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 da. But I've always been a fan of if you teach a kid early, you know what I'm saying, their first experience with a gun is not watching it on Call of Duty or in a movie or something. You actually show them what it is, tell them, hey, these are dangerous. A kid will know. You know what I'm saying? They'll know like this ain't something to play with, and they'll have more respect for it. And I think if you teach them at a young age, as they get older, they'll realize a gun is not how you handle something. You know what I'm saying? It's not how you handle a problem.
And that's what I think like the most like accidents that happen with guns, right? It's like the awe of it or like the curiosity of it, right?
Yeah.
That's what most bad situations happen, especially like with kids with guns.
Yeah, because Dad said, "Don't touch this, don't touch this, don't touch this." Well, he ain't here. I'm gonna touch and see what it do.
Exactly. Or just like, or what is that? Like I've always seen it. I've always seen Dad with this, but what is it?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does it do? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to open their eyes to it, right? Like exposure leads to expansion. We always preach that exposure leads to expansion. Like you have to expose kids to it at an early age so they know what that is. Like,
right.
I know I'm not supposed to touch that because it does da da da. I know I'm not supposed to go over there because there's da 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 over there, and that would do this to me. You know what I mean? Like that's the way you have to train your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
like letting a kid run up on something is the worst experience ever. It's like the worst experience you can do for your child, right? Like, I'm a new father, right? So I'm not trying to say like I'm some guru or some pro, but these are just thoughts I've had even before fatherhood. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you can't like anytime you've seen a kid run up on something they've never seen before, they were freaked out.
Yeah, because it freaked them out, but then they get curious, like, oh, what'd it do? And they go to touch it. I've done it with Macy. Hey, look, this is a gun. That's what it do. Okay. If I ain't home, don't touch it. All right.
You can't. And then they just know. Like, they just know. And it's just like the respect for it you have to build, right? You have to build that respect for it. You gotta see that. But yeah, seeing it on Call of Duty, it makes it look cool. There's lasers coming out the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's what this does. If I do that, it's gonna go pew pew pew. No, it's gonna blow your shit back.
Gonna take your top off.
You know what I mean? Like, so having kids run up on something, especially like a gun, for the first time being a surprise, is not the way. Not the way. It's not the wave on any situation really for a kid, but definitely when it comes to the firearms. But you know what's coming. You know what's coming in the following months. You know what I'm saying? Gun control. If it was a law, this. If we couldn't buy the guns, this. That's not the way to go.
No, not at all. And if you look at the stats, the states and cities that have the most gun violence are the ones that have the strictest gun laws.
And that's just simple numbers right there. The criminals have guns and the regular civilians don't. That's just simple dimple numbers there. Hey, I haven't said this yet, and I'm still doing a horrible job. 4 seasons deep. If you're watching the podcast right now, hit that share button, like button, subscribe button. If you're watching on the go right now, make sure you are followed in and got that notification bell turned on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Instagram. Even though we haven't went live on Instagram yet, have we?
Nope.
We gotta go live on Instagram for y'all over there on Insta, because I know Insta. That's what I say. Insta real popping, but I think like Insta's like the young game. Are we too old for the Insta?
Man, I don't think nobody do Instagram lives anymore. Like businesses do Instagram lives now, man.
Well, we on Insta Live. We bringing it back. If it ain't out there, we bringing it back. As soon as
I
they kick
think
Boosie off, I think that's when it got. I think that's
Insta
when it got.
Live, Insta Live had its time during the pandemic.
Yeah, we gonna bring it back post pandemic. We out here. RCL post pandemic IG Live.
Hey, we might be in another one. They said these were hog pox or
Oh, hey, don't even mention it.
monkey.
Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. Y'all just keep being vigilant out there. And we're gonna be all right. But like I was saying, you catch it, hit us on that notification bell. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Buzzsprout. Anything I'm forgetting?
Nope.
All of them, man.
All
hit
of
them anywhere you can hear a podcast. You can hear my voice as well as the voice of the dreaded Archer. But you can only see all the cool stuff that Cam does if you watch us on YouTube.
YouTube. You are now tuned in to the RTL podcast. So,
shout
bro,
out to all the listeners on Spotify too.
For sure, because they keeping us going. They keeping us going.
What were you about to say though,
bro? I don't know why. Do we need to have a fact checker. Cam, you gotta start going back to
I only spit facts, so
you gotta go way back in the archives, bro. And whenever some stuff come up that we said in a previous show, you put up a little clip of us saying it so people know we be hitting the nail on the head on some stuff, man. And the other morning when I got up and got on Facebook and I saw there was some Juneteenth ice cream in Walmart. I remember when we had the show talking about Juneteenth being a federal holiday. I'm like, yeah, and then until somebody do something, and everybody gonna be upset about it because they did it for the Juneteenth. And Walmart said, you know what? Not only we gonna hit y'all with the ice cream, we're gonna hit y'all with the plates, the napkins, the double styrofoam cups, all that. Hey, and people are mad because they commercialize it, man.
And I knew it. We knew it,
bro. When that napkin said, "It's the freedom for me." No,
the crazy thing about it. Can we pull the pic? First of all, can we pull the picture of that up? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Your mic's Cam. Your mic's muted. Your mic's muted.
I just wanted to say real quick while you're on the subject. Did you see what flavor it was?
What flavor is it, Cam?
Red velvet and cheesecake. Now imagine being in that meeting and they talking about, what flavor should we make it? And that's what they come up with. Because you know somebody was in the back.
I mean, you put some of the red velvet. Hey, please, can we bring up a picture of this? No, bring up the plates and the napkins.
Oh, I got you.
Bring up the plates and the napkins. Hey, let me tell y'all something. It is funny to me. It's funny to me. All right. But you look like you got the Google search all out here on the thing.
I don't know nothing. And nothing.
Hey, it's funny though. It's funny to me, right? I can see why somebody would be upset about it. Right? But you gotta laugh at this.
It's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yo,
but I can see why.
You see the napkin? It's the freedom for me.
I see it right there.
They got the RPG, the red, black, and green flag, baby.
It's just wild. I'm down for it. Any progression is progression.
I'm that, bro. Here's the thing. There is not a federal holiday out there that is not commercialized, right?
No, there's not.
All right. Okay. We knew that coming into it. Juneteenth, one, I promise you, there's not a lot of people that even celebrate Juneteenth. I love the fact that everybody act like they celebrate it, but nobody celebrates Juneteenth and nobody celebrates Kwanzaa. It ain't our culture. So, if we all know that every federal holiday is commercialized, why didn't a black company say, "Hey, we're going to make, we commercialize"?
Because they didn't think it was going to make no money. Just what you just said. No one really celebrates Juneteenth.
But it took Walmart, which Walmart probably had one guy like, "Hey, we celebrate Juneteenth. What we going to do?" But Walmart does have Pride ice cream. So
Brandon.
Walmart taking advantage.
Hold on, man.
And he's
Right on time. And he said June 10th. And he said June 10th. What is June 10th, Troy?
June 10th.
Somebody's birthday, I guess.
Somebody's birthday. I don't know. What is June 10th? Let's look that up. What happens? What's June 10th holiday? June 10th holiday.
Hey boy, something wrong with Brandon, man. Hey, Brandon did do I don't know, can I tell your political preference on social media? Is that slander?
Oh, Brandon, on June 10th was the first day that they hung a witch in Salem.
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah, first witch hanged in Salem Village in 1692.
Brandon took a political test. Y'all know I will go ahead and say this right here. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
The Green Party.
I am on wax calling Brandon a hard writer. He don't even have a left hand or foot. I'm on wax saying that. And let's just say his test came out that I was wrong. All right. I was wrong. I'll admit it. Even though do I believe that he took the test honestly? Not completely. But I give it to him. I was wrong. My bad, Brandon Lawrence. Go ahead and give him some hand claps, man. Give him some hand claps.
He Green Party?
Yeah, not too far in there, but he was in there.
Hey, Brandon might not have a left, but John Kelly does.
Who's John Kelly?
What? You don't know the John Kelly Brandon Lawrence story?
No.
Oh my God.
We'll have to get Brandon on here and tell us.
Brandon will not come on here, I promise you.
We'll reach out to John Kelly and have him.
We will have John. I bet you John Kelly will come on here and tell it. I know he will. I know he'll come on here and tell it. Let's just say Brandon's basketball career is over.
Oh shit.
Speaking of basketball, Brandon's also gonna be have a little less money in his pocket. The Warriors, 3-1 right now to the Mavs. Let's talk about Luka Doncic a little bit here. Last year or the year before, claims of him being the next LeBron.
Yeah.
Or LeBron-esque type of player, carries team, blase. Now he's being compared to like a Bird situation. He's gonna be the new face of the league and all this stuff. I don't know. I know you don't watch too much basketball.
Yeah, but I know Luka. I mean, I hear people talking about him.
What do you think about Luka? Have you watched Luka play this season? Have you watched Luka play in these playoffs?
Like once or twice.
Luka,
to me, he shows flares of greatness, and then there's sometimes he just don't show up at all.
I think his game is just kind of like it's like an old man one-on-one at the park game.
Yeah.
Right? There you don't win championships with that game.
No.
You just don't. Like you're gonna score your points, you're gonna get your numbers, but you don't win championships with that game.
I think that they're forcing him to be the face of the league. They're kind of just putting him out there, but he's not really like no one. When I think NBA basketball, Luka is not even the top 5 that I would think of.
I mean, I say Luka. I don't know if he's top 5 right now. I got a lot of guys I respect way more than Luka, but number-wise, Luka definitely probably is top 5 right now. I bet.
Number one, I know. I'm just talking about his notoriety. Like as far as when they say name the top name, give me 5 NBA basketball players. Luka's not going to be one of the 5 that I name.
Who did you name?
I named LeBron, Steph Curry, Draymond Green.
Damn, I'm gonna name Draymond.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, and
3 off the Warriors.
Yeah, and then what's his name? John Morant.
I don't know how Draymond got in there or whatever, but whatever. I'll give you that little bit.
I'm just talking about just when faces that pop up to me, like boom, like I'll
say like if somebody was gonna give a legitimate list, obviously LeBron gonna be in there for right now. Then it's gonna be straight young cats, Jason Tatum, like Trey Young, Ja. It's gonna be like that group that people name. I think a lot of people would name Luka right now. I know you wouldn't, but I think a lot of people would name Luka right now.
But also,
name me five.
I'm not an avid basketball watcher either.
Yeah, but Brandon made some crazy allegations, some crazy put some money out there on the Mavs. He's a homer. He's a Mavs fan. And I bet on the sweep. They didn't sweep them, but still get a little bit off the 5 game. Plus, my boy Cam get some off the 5 game too. So I'm always for my guys winning. You know what I'm saying? And Brandon Lewis losing. You know what I mean? He's one of my biggest haters for y'all. If you new watching right now, Brandon Lewis is one of my biggest haters, and I love messing with Brandon. 100% correct, no cap. Shout out to that guy Brandon, though, man.
I've been watching my boy Chris Kreider, baby, of the New York Rangers NHL playoffs.
Well, I can tell you right now, I've never watched a full hockey game, and I have no idea who was playing what and when and where, or none of that for hockey.
Bro, I kid you not. I swear, anytime I turn the hockey game on, it's like the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm like, what?
How many cups y'all gonna play? Yeah, that's what
that's what I'll be like. But that's how much time go.
It?
That's how much time go between when I watch it. So like I cut TV on Stanley Cup.
No, they're off season like 3 weeks.
It seemed like it.
Or they go play at a different league or something. Like it's got to be something different.
No, it just be I don't watch it. Like, it's always around like this time of year. I cut it on and Stanley Cup playoffs. Lord Stanley's Cup.
Shout out to the hockey players though, man. I can't get down with it.
I can't skate and be looking out for somebody knocking my head off too.
I mean, I can't really get down. I know people say watching is cool and all. I've been to one hockey game. I still haven't watched a full hockey game, but I've been to one hockey game, and it's not that cool. Like, no offense to the hockey players or the hockey community.
It's too many damn breaks for me,
and it's too much. Like nothing. I don't know. Like I can't do the soccer watching either. Shout out my boy Macaroni, but I can't do the soccer watching either. It's too much dead time.
Yeah.
It's too much dead time. At least in baseball, like when people aren't scoring, like people are getting hits. You know what I'm saying? Dude defensively might make a diving play, or you know what I mean? Like there's things that might actually keep me amped up during a baseball game. But when I'm watching soccer, I don't understand it enough to know. Like, if obviously you break a dude down and he fall and slip and fall, that's gonna turn me up.
Right.
But I don't know enough to know. Like, oh, look at that pass was. You know what I mean? Now catch me on FIFA, I got you. But as far as watching it out there, like knowing. Oh, that pass was so great. Like, he's the greatest ever. Like, when I watch Cristiano Ronaldo, like, I watch the dude out there at Spring Lake Park do the same shit. Why is he not? You know what I'm saying? Why is he not Ronaldo? I don't know.
No, they groom them guys over there, man. That's all they do.
That's another thing, too, though. That's another topic for another day. But that's another thing, too. Like, when are we going to start over in America? When are we going to start saying, hey, you're the doctor. You're the scientist, you're the nurse, you're the teacher, and that's how it's gonna be from the time you're in 8th grade and through, or 6th grade and through, or 5th grade and through.
It'll never happen, man. People want their choice, their freedom to do whatever they want to do.
You are free to do whatever, and you still can be free to do what you want to do in that aspect. But let's just stop all the BS. Every guy out there, and when I pull up to a football game, and I hope this happens. In the year 2030 or some shit like that. When I pull up to a football game, everybody that's out there playing football is going to be football players.
Yeah, I see. That's where other countries get over on us in like soccer, because their best athletes are not best athletes, but the people that are playing soccer in other countries. That's what they do. You don't do nothing else. G, you go into this special soccer academy, and that's all you do is playing soccer. But you play one sport over there. Over here, we got kids that do basketball, baseball, football, track, band, all that shit. Like, nah, you do one thing, man.
Exactly. You a football player, you're a basketball player, you're a golfer.
That's why we'll never win. The U.S. will never win a World Cup because our best athletes do not play soccer. Because ain't no glory over here in soccer.
Yeah, it's coming though.
I don't think it's coming.
It is because I can just see it. I see it like when I'm watching like the high school soccer guys. or when I'm watching the little league stuff, like the stuff that they're doing for the younger level, how advanced it's getting. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
we're like 50 years behind.
That's fine. We can be 50 years behind.
That means
But
we'll always be 50 years behind.
I know, but I think there's a peak of it. But I'm saying like just like there being fame in soccer as a youth player in America, it's coming.
No, I don't see it, bro. Because
Like you're not gonna go to an academy and be that guy, but like I just see like what they're doing for the younger generations. Like it's starting to be as dope as football leagues for younger kids.
Until they get to high school, then it's over with.
But I'm saying it's only gonna get up. It only takes one coach in the area. To be honest,
look what season soccer's played in. It's cold as shit. No one's gonna sit out there and watch that.
That's cap. If your kid is in it, you gonna be in it. You gonna come watch. And if it gets good, that's what I'm saying. It only takes one coach in the town, especially like a town like I'm in Texas, Canada. It only takes one good soccer coach to make his soccer program the program, and everybody else gonna jump on board because you have to, or you gonna drown.
I don't know.
It only takes one good coach. It only takes one good coach.
I think in Texas, football runs everything. Then you got baseball, then track, then.
But that's what we keep saying. That let me break this down. Let me speak on this for a second. We keep saying that it is Texas, is baseball, and all this. Nobody goes to these baseball games until it gets late in the playoffs. Nobody goes to these baseball games. Soccer has as good a chance to take over that season as anything. Ain't nobody going to the track meets for sure. Hell, there might have been more people at the track meets this year than there was at the baseball games mid-season. If we want to get on the real.
I'm gonna be real. Whoever run track and whoever like, I don't even know the schools or that somebody at the school listening to this podcast. So we were talking shit about Texarkana track, and all of a sudden Texarkana track just kind of pop back up again. I'm just saying,
it's the same people though.
They heard our cry.
The same people went to state and won it this time.
I expect LE to go.
Exactly.
The girls go to state every year. I'm just saying,
we had Atlanta as well. Atlanta boys.
It felt like towards the end, it was like it just ramped back up. There was like nothing on the timeline, and all of a sudden, boom! Like track, it was like on and popping.
Man, because it's wishy-washy fandom. We're gonna cheer for our team when they're good, but when they're bad, we
don't say shit.
Whisper in the shadows. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, there's 3 schools in town that do that.
It's easy to cheer when you win a state.
Yep.
I mean, I went there too. You know what I mean? Like come on. You went that team, your school, your alma mater, whatever, win something. It's easy to say, "Oh, I went there too." But when they 2-10 or 0-10 or whatever, right? Hang on, hey, same energy.
You don't get it.
Same energy.
You ain't getting it.
It is what it is, though, man. Sports fans suck. I say it 24/7.
They wishy-washy, they flaky.
Suck. That's why I'm no longer a fan of any. Well, I'm a Boston Red Sox fan for sure now. I've been one forever, but I'm definitely riding now. But I step back from fandom of teams for that reason, because I don't want to be a sucky sports fan no more. Yeah, I want to enjoy the sport for what it is, report on it for what it is, talk about it, you know what I mean, for what it is, and just see it for what it is. And I think this last season for the NFL was lovely. Basketball, I'm obviously riding with Braun, but I don't have a team per se. So just watching basketball has been fun. Baseball, I'm riding with the Sox heavy. I don't even want to watch no other team. But other than that, it's opened my eyes so much, and I think that's what people need to realize. Like, if you live in Texarkana right now, like, forget about where you graduated at. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter where you graduated at. Step back, step your fandom back just a bit, because a lot of y'all ain't got no hardware from these places. Y'all just went there.
I went there.
Step back a little bit.
Half of me ain't got diplomas.
Chill.
I just went.
Hey, I gotta live here. No. I live here, you don't. But just step back and just watch the sports in this town. Like, it's really a beautiful thing.
Oh, it is.
It's really a
I'm
beautiful thing.
I'm in South Dakota, and I'm talking about all the schools, everybody.
I'm telling you, bro, it's a beautiful thing when you step back and you can watch everybody for what they really are. No emotional attachments, and you just get to enjoy the sports, bro, and enjoy what's out here.
Still a fan. Test County, one team, one
Two
school,
teams, I think.
one school.
It's too many. Too many for two. It's too much for one. Two.
One school equals world domination.
They need two schools. Hell of a regional finals every year. That would be dope, boy. That would be dope.
Oh yeah.
But man, at this time of the show, you know what time it is. The floor is open for all the Brandon Lawrences of the world. If you got anything to say, any comments, rebuttals, things to add to the show, things you want us to talk about on the next show, hit the link if you want to chat with us. We always love to hear from you guys. Hop in the DMs if you want to. Comment. Let us know what y'all want to see. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. Obviously, people on Spotify, y'all hit us on any other social medias and we will get it out there. I know there's no way for us to talk to y'all back and forth. Is there a way for us to talk back and forth on Spotify?
Nope.
There's no way for us to talk back and forth to you guys on Spotify, but hey,
you can't leave comments on Spotify.
Facebook, the YouTube page, the Instagram page, all those are open sources for you guys, even for you guys who listen on the go, to get in contact with us, man, and we'll get whatever we need to get out there to you guys.
For sure.
Well, man, last week I also want to apologize for that as well. Just schedules didn't line up. Like we said previously, you know what I'm saying? This is not what we do for a living. This is what we do. So schedules didn't line up. A lot of things got to be out of town for work. I think he was out of town for work a little bit as well. We just couldn't get it together. Turkey hunting, that's work. So he was out of town turkey hunting. We just couldn't get it together, so we couldn't put a show out last week. But normally when that happens, we try to put it together on the weekend. Weekend was wild. It's crazy as well, as far as scheduling goes. And we couldn't get that out there. So we apologize. But hey, here he is, episode 3.
I swear I feel like it's been more episodes than that, but it hadn't.
It's episode 3, man. Season 4, episode 3. It's when we take a week off, it feels like a month.
Yep.
Every single time. Because when you just watch the news stories, right? Like last week we had an entire show lined up, right? And then when we get to Thursday and it doesn't line up, Friday doesn't line up, Saturday doesn't line up, Sunday doesn't line up. Well, think about how much stuff went on from Thursday night. Or
it's a whole new news cycle after that.
It's a whole new news cycle. Even coming on tonight, like I was pressed. Like I wasn't home. I wasn't here. I was like, hey, we gotta push it back a little bit. Like I was like, we can't miss again. Like all this stuff that's going on. Like we cannot miss again, right? So we come with the late night conversation. Well, I like the late night. It's not the comments ain't jumping as much, but I like the late night because my house is down for the night. You know what I'm saying?
Down.
And I can just come in here, sit down, and get it going. And you know what I'm saying? Just talk it up. So I like the late night sessions. It's not as good for the live. But
it's
like
more,
we said,
it's more so for the Spotify folks.
Exactly. We cater a lot to the Spotify folks. If y'all want us to cater more to the Facebook and YouTube folks, share, comment, like, subscribe, and do all that over here.
Stop treating us like the side chick. Let people know who you're listening to.
Exactly. Share it. Unless y'all think we trash, but if y'all think we trash, hit us in the DMs. Matter of fact, comment it. If you think we trash, go ahead and comment and watch Brandon's comment pop up.
Bro, I'm taking this new fat burner now, and I'm over here looking greasy. Look at my neck grease.
You gotta put that little precursor out there so when somebody watching it, like, damn, what's so shiny? Oily Eddie. Grease
over here sweating.
Hey,
oh
boy.
Man.
Hey boy, because you know the internet's ruthless and undefeated.
Yeah, I don't want to go viral for that.
Get this old Eddie on the podcast.
Jamaican Castro oil.
Oh man. But hey, what y'all think about reaction videos? That's what I want to know. What do y'all think about reaction videos? What if we do a read, talk, and listen podcast, or not a read, talk, and listen podcast? Read, talk, and listen reaction videos where me and Trey hop on, play a video for the first time for us and y'all. Maybe not for y'all, but it'll be the first time we see it, and we all get our real reaction to that. What y'all think about that? Would that be some dope content for y'all, or y'all think that'd be cool, or should we just stick to the podcast?
I'm not funny enough for that shit.
I don't think it's funny enough. I think it's just our natural reactions.
No, because man, I saw some. I actually thought about that in the car yesterday when I was working because I saw somebody posted some shit that pissed me off, and I wanted to get on there and just lean into them. As a matter of fact, I was driving in my car and I was talking as if I was like, "Look at this," like I was talking.
Yeah,
it was like. I ain't gonna put this on camera yet. Why did views just jump up to like it did?
Hey, I don't know. It's a little surge. Like there was a little surge right there. We started getting that shout out. You say Facebook 3 times, it surge or shit. No, I'm playing. But I'm thinking about the reaction. I think that's the dope
to the RTL podcast.
I think that's the dope. I always do it every single time, but that's because no cues. But it's whatever.
Hey, don't get no cues, man. Ain't no light to do.
I think I think your reaction videos is what I want. I think I'm gonna start doing that. So even if Trey won't hop on with me, read, talk, and listen. Reaction videos coming soon. Claiming it now. We're gonna be here. Hey, also I want to shout out my boy at Killer Cam's page. Cam, you got your Instagram you got your Instagram shit on here. Get the Instagram. You can pop that up. Pop your Instagram up, Cam. Y'all need to go check out my boy Killer Cam on the IG. Shout out to Instagram, Cam.
Hold on. I'm on here a little premature with it.
Yeah, look at my boy right at Killer Cam, KILLR Cam. Get my boy up.
Nike gonna get you, boy.
Hey, they ain't gonna get him. Hey, my boy got the Nike designers on his page. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get over there for the latest Air Max drops, man. The latest reviews. Y'all check out my boy. He got the YouTube channel coming too, man. Killer Cam, KILR Cam, man.
Find me some designer lugs.
Oh my God, here we go back on the lugs.
Hey, your boy Kanye got them new spring boots. They look
Man, he can keep them.
I'm gonna go check them out.
He can keep them boat shoes, whatever they. I don't even know what do you call them, man.
Hey, they boat cleaning shoes.
Hey, somebody said it best, man. He's selling shoes that he's selling shoes that with the boots, the Tyson chicken plant boots.
Hey, real talk. Hey, that boy said you shining, bro.
Hey, that's my boy Brady, man.
Hey, shout out Brady Stivers, man. Shout out Brady
baby. Hey, that's my not just my boy, it's my fraternity brother.
All right, there we go, man.
Hey, and this segment was brought to you by Black Lavender Skinny Beach Product.
Never have an ashy moment.
Hey, I cannot mess with y'all boys, man. I cannot mess with y'all. I don't even remember what I was saying. Not that case, but we can work on getting some cues. I gotta know where you're gonna put that. This is listening to the Read Talk and Listen podcast. But shout out my guy Brady on that thing, man. Fraternity brothers with the one and only Black Lavender.
Oh yeah, hey, and Brady over there, he do acoustic guitars, man. Be over there singing.
Check him out, man. Check him out. We might have him on here. We have him on here for the acoustics, man. Shout out my boy D Brown, aka Donnie Wani. You know what I'm saying in the comments. Y'all don't know Donovan, man. Donovan's that's a real character right there, man. Donovan's made the last year of my life pretty funny. Like I say in the office, man.
It looked like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
I'm not finna let you get on my guy. I am not finna let you get on my guy over here, man. Shout out my guy for tuning in, man. But man, I think it's that time.
You want one?
Hey, he don't know Dom gonna be at your front door knocking.
Do what?
Dom gonna be at your front door knocking. Now I gotta introduce y'all. I gotta introduce y'all to each other because hey, my boy don't play that. Homie don't play that. Homie don't play that. You say.
Next time you call the office, if it's after 2 p.m., he on FaceTime, he gonna roast. He gonna flame you up
He gonna flame you up.
on the internet, looking shiny, boy.
For real though, man. But hey, I think it's that time in the show. I gotta do it. It's been a week. We had took a week off. I think last time I said we took a week off too, or something like that.
Nope.
No, just feels like that because it feels like it's been so long.
Yep.
But it's mental health check time, man. I gotta know on a scale of 1 to 10, man. A scale of 1 to 10, man. A scale of 1 to 10, man. How you doing physically? You working out? You feeling good personally? What's going on in your personal life? And then business wise, man, you got anything cooking?
Oh, physically, man, I'm doing good. Had a good back workout this morning. I'm saying taking some new supplements that got me over here looking shiny, but my health is good. So I'm sitting about a 9 right now. I say about 7 because my legs are sore from yesterday. Personal, same old, same old. Nothing really going on. Getting ready for hunting season. That's about it. And business wise, like I said, Dreaded Archer, arrows always going up. Constantly doing shows. Got a really cool show with a really cool young lady. Hopefully we get it scheduled next week, and I'm looking forward to that. And other than that, nothing. Getting ready for tech. So business wise, sitting about a 8, and got some stuff coming out here soon. So I'm gonna say.
Okay then. Keep it in for
Big-
yourself.
You already know some big news. Got some opportunities coming my way that could potentially change a whole lot of stuff. So I don't want to talk about it just right now, but just know.
There we go. Cam, come on out the background, man. You know I can't get out of here. I can't get out of here without the mental health text, even though I see you every day. You let me know what you got, man.
Mentally, I'm gonna do my usual. I'm gonna say it's a 9. Everything's cool, but it could always be better. Physically, I'm feeling good. We had some nice weather the past few days after we got rid of the rain. It kind of cooled it down. I went and got my feet done today. Shout out to Black Lavender Foot Care. And financially, everything's straight. Was payday yesterday, so that's always good.
Let me hold something.
Trying to, it's gone.
I know I go. Hey, soon as it come and go, man. Soon as it come and go.
Red River was sitting there. Hey, you know what it is? But yeah, I mean, I had I got the new MacBook going, so I can help you guys out. Not just for that, but that's definitely a plus. And got some camera equipment and been trying to up my video skills. Been doing some different things at work, doing some stuff, personally. Had a video, I won't say it went viral. It went viral for me. Did just like a little reveal. You can check it out. You know what I'm saying? Go check me out, run some views. But no, I'm just looking at perfecting my craft and being the best of what I want to do. It's a hobby, but when it's something you really 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 enjoy, it's you push yourself harder. So
Yeah.
For sure.
That's where I'm at with it.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. For myself, man, personally, give myself about an 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? Everything good. Chilling. Ready for the summer. Big summer coming up for me. A lot of events. TAC being one of them. A surprise little vacation that we're gonna take Presley on. She doesn't know where we're going yet. That's coming up. Then also magazine. Going dumb on the magazine. Just been chilling, man. We knocked the issue out pretty much. Already got our first part of the next one pretty much already knocked out. Got some more on that tomorrow. I need to hit you up about that too, Cam. And we just rocking over here. So that's how we for me, physical wise. Got invited to a little private run. Shout out to my boys over there. No cherry picking. Got invited to a private run with some ex-professional and some D1 hoopers, man. Obviously, I ain't hooped in a minute. So I was really just out there running, but that's what I need for the cardio. I felt pretty good. So I give myself, about an 8-9 on the physical as well, man. I'm gonna stick with my statement. I'm booby out here. You know what I'm saying? I get off the couch to get it done. And then business wise, you see, we still here, season 4, episode 3. You see behind me, I'm still team dreaded. I'm still team dreaded. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rock the dreadies a little bit longer. Till after tech, I think they're gone.
No,
rock the dreadies at least a little longer to after tech. But I'm still team dreaded Archer for the moment, man. Business wise,
that contract
always going up, man. Always going up. But before we get out of here, y'all, any last words for the people?
Yeah, man. Hey, if you a high school cat and you in Texas and they pass this law, just know everybody got paid. Everybody got paid. Everybody got paid. Everybody gonna getting paid, baby. Everybody getting paid.
And when you get your bag, if you want to get like your boy,
hey, you're right.
My dentist, get you some.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right. You got any last words, Cam?
Man, just this week, the past couple days, I know it's almost over, but man, you know what I'm saying? Got parents in the drop-off line at them school bus stops. Man, love your kids a little harder, a little hug them a little tighter, man, because it's crazy out here, man.
Big facts. And that leads to my last statement. I'm gonna keep it going. I think I'm just gonna keep this going all season long. Just stay vigilant out here, man. Always know what's going on with your kids. Always know, hey, it's little Johnny at school. He ain't been acting the same, mama. He ain't been acting the same, daddy. Check on that. You know what I'm saying? Do some research. Do some digging. Know what's going on around in you in your daily life. Coworker ain't acting the same. You know what I'm saying? Your kids, your friends' kids ain't acting the same or something like that, man. Just be vigilant out here, and it's gonna make it a better place. We'll be able to keep each other's kind of checks and balances type of thing. If we all just being vigilant and noticing stuff, and we're not scared to say something to each other, right? We got to open that lane back up. We got to be able to tell our brother, tell our sister, tell our friend, tell our homie, tell their homie, hey, that ain't it. Or, hey, I see you look like you're going through this without them getting offended. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, we got to be able to walk up. We got to be able to open up those lanes of conversation between each other and make this world something different.
And sometimes just a small, hey, man, what's going on? And that will change somebody's day.
Big facts. I know we play around a lot on here. We try to make light of a lot of bad situations when they do come up and we have to cover them. But in all seriousness, though, hug your kids a little tighter. And like I said, be vigilant, know what's going on. Not saying that could have stopped this situation. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying it can stop a situation.
Exactly.
So let's do that. We can save one. We can save them all. With that being said, this is season 4, episode 3 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. My boy, Killer Cam, in the back. We are out.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say, what?